December 20th, 24. Okay. Today I went down to Walmart. Some idiots come in. Well, that Will's already got her taped to me. He's going to file in court and at least get her charged. You're not going to file nothing. Some of our other guys said they only had her admitting she simply wiped off water with clothes on. Like they said that she did. These people were so cruel to me. One day harassing me. And I did a video and I cried my eyes out. It's like, look, what are you people doing? How many people? They said the only thing they had me on is you just simply burst off water with clothes on. You spill something on yourself, you're going to burst it off. Okay? Salt, chips, crackers, you just brush something off. Think of, dear Lord, they would have to arrest every guy in the world that does themselves. There's people out in swimming pools dry off everywhere. Dear Lord, what people pull out wedgies and adjust themselves real quick all the time. Simply brushing off water clothes on. What are you doing? Okay? Alright. Some other guy came in and said, that guy that was here the other day, he said if that girl said that she had threatened her and she hadn't even seen her. And then where she was telling people that she threatened her, he said he didn't care what happened to her. That was what that Agent Will said up at that church. We all know he said it. That if he knows she's being drugged, being raped, and he said he didn't care if she was going to be faking she was sick and faking she got well, the medication error. Strangest lie to cover up Tim and Katie. Just a baby lie. 15 years before. It's pathetic. Okay? He didn't care what they did to her. And if she was going to be mean to other women, he didn't care what they did to her. And he was going to turn her back over to him. Can you imagine an agent saying that? That's where was that agent that don't work with the FBI anymore? And he was talking about those other drug dealers. Is he actually helping them? And then other people, well, they were laughing at her because that Agent John stole her money. Okay? I go in Bob Evans. Some idiots behind me, I go to the bathroom. Okay? They're saying, well, they ought to bury that one. Karen's will was going to make sure she was never allowed around children anymore. And he was going to, and da-da-da-da-da. They ought to bury some of that stuff and try to bring it out later. I go to the bathroom and come back real loud. I tell my boyfriend, I said, do you know how stupid these people are? And I start blowing up. I said, it's called sextortion. You take a naked picture of somebody without their permission or knowledge, photoshopped or not. You try to extort money out of it. It's sextortion. It's federal prison. And I had bruises, throwing up. In fact, it's seen by the doctor, actual proven injuries. And where I thought the dirty well water was giving me cancer, never seen or talked to anyone, these people admitted if they drugged me and told me to say all kinds of crap and they were having me beat and raped. I have a personal injury against them. If they want to actually say something, I could own them. And they're looking at life and federal. I was going through racketeering charges, extortion. Then these perverts admitted to selling kitty porn. My grandkids going potty. I was blasting this one guy sitting over at the other table laughing. Some other guy walked out. Okay? And I'm blasting them. And my boyfriend's like, well, it was on the TV. Some guy had already just got arrested for sextortion. Oh, I went on Google. There's all kinds of cases where it says if you get personal or intimate information on somebody or pictures, you try to extort money, it's sextortion. Flat out. Okay? It's 12 to 15 years federal prison. Not state or local. Federal. You're going to be in there with the slasher and dasher guys. The serial killers. Okay? Alright, some old idiot was walking around. I'm going to make sure she could never be around children again. I'll make sure she never sees her grandkids again. I can see my grandkids. I'll let you know, honey. You're the criminal. I know you're a dumbass idiot and you think you spew any kind of shit out of your mouth and it'd be true. You know what? You're just full of shit. Horse shit. And I'll tell you what, the FBI would pass me to work in a daycare. I work with the handicapped. They are the second most protected people in the United States. And I pass an FBI background check to work with them. I could work in a daycare. Be the most protected daycare in the world. But I'll tell you what, they'd pass me. Because I'm not the child molester. You are. You sold pornography of my grandkids going potty. You pulled a sextortion scheme of photoshopping and washing, and a racketeering scheme of drug confessions and beating, raping me, and you were human trafficking me out of that house. You're the criminal. I know you're a fucking crackhead that doesn't have a sane brain cell in your head anymore. You're the criminal, not me. Like they said, Karen is a victim of an occult that drugged her and tried to kill her before. They hired the human traffickers to do it. Victim. And trust me, we were never interested in her. Then other people today were saying, these people have been laughing at her because Agent John stole their money. But is that funny that a cop steals from the federal government? Now I want you to think. Where over 6,000 people were human trafficked. There's still 1,000 people missing. So where these people laugh at all this, they would laugh at you if they took your child, your mother, your sister, your brother, your son, your grandson, your nephew, your friend. So where you guys are thinking it's funny and it's Christmas, and when you hug that child or that person you love in life, your husband, man, you hug your wives, your girlfriends, you hug your children, your grandchildren, your nieces or nephew. Hug them a little tighter. Hold them for a minute. And thank God you still have them and these bastards haven't sold them. And you need to think of the families that walk by the empty rooms and they don't even know where they're at or if they're alive. When you stop acting like reprobate bastards and making fun of people that the human traffickers are running scams and are selling or murdering their family members, and you stop acting like demons from hell, you have a little common sense, and it's Christmas. You hold your family a little tighter. And you need to close your eyes and ask God to forgive you. And you hold that person in your life and thank God you still got them. And these people haven't sold them or killed them. Wake up, bastards. Wake up and realize what they're doing and how reprobate you are, laughing at the victims. Now, that Agent John going around, now I already told you what he did, and all the cops know, and they have confessed that they know he told on me. Before he talked to me, he told all the churches he didn't care what they did to me. And told them I called FBI. Like they said, everybody knows. And then they sold the login. So if that is that guy that told on me for calling the FBI hotline, and was the one up at Payments, the agent that opened my case that was no longer with FBI, if he only simply got fired, is he the one selling the log in the case and selling technology? Government technology. Is that him? Is it him that was in Walmart yesterday? Was that him? Because he's dealing with the drug lords and the people that are making bets over this, fighting over this area. For the guy that bet that after everything he did to her, that no man had ever won her, okay? And her Karen's getting married again. I knew she had it in her to find somebody else. And ask that guy, she really didn't know who she was? No. She didn't know until January, February 19th. Yes, I made sure. She didn't know anything about her. She had told me she was threatening her. And I told people if she was going to threaten her, I didn't care what they did to her. Like the guy showed up today. That guy the other day, was in here telling people the same thing that Agent Will told that church. And we all know he told her. Was that the agent on my case? Is he the one selling the login? Government technology? It's a good question. And where do you think it's funny that federal cops are feeding victims back to the cartel, stealing the victims' money, and then letting them kill all kinds of people here? Wake up, you reprobate bastards. Wake up. What you're doing, is there not one human cell in your brain of humanity left in you? I gotta upload this.